Hello singers, hello opera singers, vocal teachers, and everybody who is interested in singing. My name is Sevana Salmasi. I'm a vocal teacher and an opera singer living in Vienna, Austria. I promised you that I'm going to do a video about Appoggiare di petto a couple of days ago, and now this video is about this topic. And before I start talking about this very interesting my secret method, I call it, let me introduce myself to you according my education. I have done a master's in voice at the University for Music and Performing Arts in Vienna. After that, I specialized myself in lead and oratorio at the same university in Vienna. 2011 to 2013, I have done a doctorate in musical arts at the University of Southern California at USC, where I was focused on, or I was specialized on music education, vocal pedagogy, voice, solo singing, and opera staging, many things. So, and I was also in the same time, from 2011 to 2013, I was a teaching assistant at the same university in Los Angeles, where I had a voice class with 10 hours per week, teaching pop singers, opera singers, and musical theater singers. Of course, I have also done an international and national career as an opera singer and concert singer. And if you want to have more information about me, just check out my website, www.sevanasalmasi.com, or my teaching website, which will be operasingingschool-vienna.com. I will post everything underneath this video, don't worry, okay? Okay, let's start with Appoggiare di petto. Probably you never heard about it because it's actually not so much taught in the universities and you cannot really read about it so much. So it's something I found for myself a couple of years ago. And when I found this, guys, this totally changed my singing life. This totally changed my vocal technique life. And from then on, I didn't accept any other technique anymore because it was so effective. It was such a shortcut to so many parts of vocal technique. Why? Okay. Appoggiare di petto. Appoggio technique comes from the Lamperti family. They established this terminology, and appoggiare is leaning on the voice. And everybody's actually looking for that. Everybody's looking to lean on his voice on something, which will give them comfort, which will give them a control of their voice, and will also bring good intonation, homogenic vibration. All this good thing you're looking for is coming when you have that feeling that your voice is leaned on something, yeah? So what is it actually? What is happening in your throat when you're leaning on your voice? So when you're leaning on your voice, these are your vocal cords, by the way, then this means that the air you just breathed in, right? And the air is in your body. And now you close your vocal cords for singing. They close and they vibrate. Like when you phonate, they close and vibrate. And the air beneath the good closed vocal cords, we call it subglottal air pressure. This air resists the good closed vocal cords, and this feeling of the vocal cords resisting the air beneath, this is the feeling this is the experience that you do with leaning on the voice. This is leaning on the voice. This is the explanation, the scientific explanation of it. Yeah. So when your good closed vocal cords are resisting the air pressure, which wants to actually come through your vocal cords, little by little, of course, if it's possible, yeah, then this feeling is the leaning on feeling, okay? Good closed vocal cords resisting the air beneath is the feeling of leaning on the voice on something, okay? So that means if you have a good vocal cord closure, then the subglottal air pressure causes this feeling for us that our voice is leaned on. Okay, so this means, yeah, we need to work on the vocal cord closure. And that's what my school is all about. My school is all about a good vocal cord closure in order to have control of the voice, no intonation problems, homogenic vibration, and this leaning on feeling. What else is important when you're closing your vocal cords good, properly, gently? Then in your body, beneath your vocal cords, there will be caused an air pressure because you're not letting too much air pass by. This air pressure causes two very important things. One, okay, let's start a little bit earlier. When we breathe in, air enters our body and goes into our lungs. Okay, this is step one. So when the step one is done, what happens in your body when you just breathed in? I'll show you. That air which goes into your body expands your ribs outwards, and your diaphragm, which actually is like this, turns into a flat frisbee. So the air we just breathed in, let's do this, is expanding the ribs and lowering the diaphragm like a balloon. We have a big balloon now here that is full of air, okay? And our vocal cords are sitting here. When we sing and the first note, or with our first notes, we use too much air and we let too much air pass by the vocal cords, what will happen? This air balloon collapses, so that the ribs will collapse and the diaphragm goes back into his chapel form. And this is not good for singing. So when we breathed in and we created this great balloon which expanded our ribs and lowered our diaphragm, we need to be careful that our vocal cord closure will be good enough so we don't lose too much air with the first notes. We only use little by little air that passes through the vocal cords in order to not lose the wide expanded ribs and the lower diaphragm. Because with a collapsed body, we cannot sing. We don't have room in our voice to create great sound. So we need that balloon as long as possible to keep our ribs out and diaphragm down. Therefore, we need to have a proper closure of our vocal cords. This is the interesting part, right? And now a lot of you will say, okay, I understood. How can I do this? And now my method comes into the game. I tried so many things for myself, and I have a really complicated voice from nature. I'm not blessed from nature, okay? So I had to find a way how I can have an even better closure of my vocal cords. By the way, before I tell you my method, my secret method, which is not secret anymore, now some of you will say, yeah, but what is about the Bernoulli effect? The Bernoulli effect is an aerodynamic principle, which was created by Mr. Bernoulli, which was actually used in the aircraft business, but we can also use it for our voice. This is physics, okay? So when we just breathed in, the air is in your lungs, and now the air wants to pass through your vocal cords and come out again and produce sound. This will do this. Let me explain you with this 2 sheets, okay? I will use the tax return of my husband. He's a US citizen. I think he has nothing against it when I use his tax return. Okay. This is the Bernoulli effect, the aerodynamical principle of our vocal cords. These are now our vocal cords, okay? And we think here are our lungs, okay, because I cannot do it vice versa. And the air blows between our vocal cords and goes out of our mouth. So it's vice versa now, okay? Our head is here and our lungs are here, okay? Flip, okay. And now We just breathed in and now we are singing and air is coming out of our body. And this is how it looks like. What did you recognize? When air blows between your vocal cords, they come together and vibrate and create sound in our case, okay? So that means when air blows between your vocal cords, when the air from your lungs comes out of your vocal cord, then your vocal cords close and vibrate and phonate. This is the Bernoulli effect, okay? Sometimes this Bernoulli effect is not enough to produce that sound that you need, or maybe your vocal cords are not, they don't have the best natural habits they need in order to just rely on the Bernoulli effect as your vocal cord closure. So the air itself is, for me and for many I know, not enough, this principle, to reach that really high level of singing and producing sound and phonating. So I need to help it. I need to have an even better closure, because with that only, that is not enough for me. So that's why I created my secret method. I personally, and many people I know, they need more vocal closure than they think. And here is my method. Our vocal cords have two muscles who are cooperating with each other for head voice and chest voice register. For the chest voice register, the thyroarytenoid muscle is responsible. And for the head voice, it's the cricoarytenoid muscle. Okay? Thyroarytenoid, cricoarytenoid. This is for chest voice, this is for head voice. Okay? These two muscles are responsible to cooperate in order to create sound and go through these both registers. Okay? Now, if you go into your higher range, your cricothyroid will come in action a lot because it's responsible for head voice. In your chest voice, your thyroarytenoid are in charge. Now, when I have the feeling that my voice is not good leaned on because it has too much air is passing by the way, if you don't have control of your voice, if you don't have homogenic flow, if you have intonation problems, if you have high notes, you cannot sing high notes because you're cracking, then too much air is in your voice. Then you need to reduce that air by having a better vocal cord closure. Some of you will say, he should work on the support, but I will come to this. I think it's the vice versa. Not the support and then the voice. I think the voice, the vocal cords first, and then automatically the support, the Appoggio technique, the breath support will work for you automatically in your body because you close the ventile. I'll come to this. Let me just stick with the head voice and the chest voice student. When you have too much air in your voice, then your head voice is too much. And then you need to bring a little bit more chest voice participation. I'm not saying chest voice, pure chest voice. I'm saying chest voice participation, chest voice mixture into your vocal cords, into your higher range, into your middle range and upper range. So you need to bring more thyroarytenoid action and mix it with the crico. You need to have more mixture of your chest voice in your head voice. Okay. And now some of you will say, how can I do that? I found out that if you want to have better vocal cord closure in general throughout your whole range, then you need to allow more chest resonation mixing up with your middle voice and your higher voice. Chest voice resonation, which means when I sing a tone, I keep my voice here, around here, where I sense and where I feel a lot of chest resonation. And then I allow this chest resonation more into my voice, into my middle range. In the chest voice, I have enough. But when I go up my range, I allow that my voice mixes up with more chest resonation. And I will show it to you right away, okay? So that way, when I allow more chest resonation into my sound throughout my whole range until the highest note, then my vocal cord close better because the thyroid muscles kicks in a little bit more, okay? And you will have a better vocal cord closure, and you will right away have that feeling of leaning on the voice, okay? The chest voice is actually a very, very good closed vocal cords. Chest voice, it has fantastically closed vocal cords. That's why everybody is able to do it right away, because it's also our speaking voice for the women now, for the mezzos and sopranos. Our chest voice is our speaking voice. Our chest voice and speaking voice are very trained because we use it every day. So we close it very good. And this closure, I want to have also in my middle range and in my higher ranges. Okay? So that's why I allow more chest resonation in my voice throughout the range. And I'm not afraid of it. My voice will be heavier. Yes, my voice will be heavier. Why? And this will not stay forever. This will be the first phase that you experience. Because now you are closing your vocal cords more and the subglottal air pressure rises. And that's why you have a heavier feeling in your voice. But you have better vocal cord closure. And for me, better vocal cord closure is much more important than to have a little heavier voice. That heavy voice feeling will disappear with time once you train your vocal cords to close for the resisting air. And when you close your vocal cords and you practice every day to sing with very good vocal cords, then your larynx will not rise. The larynx, because it is closed, will stay down. But when you open up your vocal cords for air, then it raises because the air pushes your larynx up. But if you close your vocal cords and you resist the air beneath it, then it will not raise. But you have to practice that. Okay. This is just the first phrase of Voce di Donna from La Gioconda, an aria from mezzo-sopranos. I'm a mezzo-soprano, so that's why I'm going to show you my repertoire, yeah? So, my new onset girls, sopranos and mezzos, is here. Where my chest resonation is. This is my bass, this is my onset, this is where I sing all the time, from the lowest to the highest point. This way, I'll always engage this chest resonation and mix it up with my head voice. And that's my guarantee that my vocal cords close. And that's my guarantee that my appoggio will work for me automatically. That my breath support will because the air pressure in my body is big, and that air pressure pushes out the expanded ribs and the lower diaphragm. And this is what we need, an open body, filled with air as long as possible until the new breath, okay? So, now I will sing just one time normal. I sing the line normal, and I do it without the chest voice participation, and then again with the chest voice participation. Now just normal. Voce di donna d'angelo. Okay, that's the phrase. Now I'll do the same phrase with almost no chest voice participation, only head voice mask. That's what you hear all the time in the schools, yeah? What I heard. And yeah. Okay, I tried my best. So I tried to isolate the chest resonation totally. I was only focused on this part, only on palate, head voice, that's what everybody's talking about. Now, I will do the same phrase with chest voice participation. I allow more chest resonation into my head voice. It will be heavier, but I don't care. I don't know if you noticed that the voice is now bigger. It's chesty breastier and it's more in my body. One more time. Okay? I don't know if you recognize, but the feeling is very strong. The own feeling. I allow more chest resonation into my sound. Yeah? Let's see if I can find another song which... Okay, this is not bad. Okay, the aria of Carmen, Près des Remparts. Okay? Okay? I'll do the first time without this chest resonation. The second time I engage my chest resonation. So is it even so hard for me to not do it, because I do it so many years already and it's really hard to ignore my chest resonation. But I tried my best. And now with chest voice participation, now I'm letting my voice sit in my chesty breasty sound and engage with the chest resonation to have good close vocal cords, bigger sound, a little heavier feeling. Let's see if you see the difference. The last tone was chest, but everything else was a good try to engage a lot of chest resonation if possible, to not raise. So I stay here all the time, even if I go up the range. Yeah. Even if I go up to this, what is it, F sharp, I still try to engage my chest region. And now I'll do it without chest raise voice. I try. Did you see? I try to ignore my chest resonation and only do everything up here. Everything. Palate, mallet, and head voice, to ignore this. But I suggest you to not ignore it. You will lose a juicy sound, you will lose a big sound, you will lose your body, you will have not good closed vocal cords, too much air passes your vocal cords if you don't engage chest voice resonation into and mix it up with your head voice. Yeah? Another example. The fourth aria, I think, of Carmen. Ave pure viti engage. This is the chest voice participation. And now without. I cannot even really do it. I need this juicy sound and this chest voice resonation to mix with my head voice. Okay, let's go on. Chest voice participation. Now I allow my chest voice to kick in and mix with my head voice. I feel what? Yeah, and now without. And then it goes into my voice, in my nose. Yeah, because I have nowhere to lean on. I lean on my voice here, by the way. This is my leaning on point. This is my onset, because here I mix up my voice with my chest resonation. It sticks here and it doesn't go away. Yeah? What can we do else? Voi che sapete, yeah? This is an area that can cause a lot of problems for mezzo-sopranos because it is so high in the tessitura all the time until the end that your larynx raises. When you are at the end of this aria, you have the feeling that your larynx is already on the rooftop. So that's why I engage, even here at Mozart, a lot of chest resonation. Now with see? Yes, it's a big sound. I don't care if it's Mozart, but I'm gonna sing it like this so that I stay healthy. And now I sing the same beginning without chest resonation. Only try to do mask and head voice and yawning, all these things you hear, and no chest voice. Yeah. I don't know, it's still working, guys. It's still also working like this. I have the feeling it's very flowy and very airy, but this doesn't bring me anywhere. This brings me to some point and then it's too high, my larynx, because too much air is passing by. So I prefer the juicier sound, which is connected with my chest voice resonation. I feel a connection here. I feel a juicy sound. Without chest voice resonation, it would sound like this. Something like that. Very flowy, very heady, very free. But free is not always good. Free means that you don't know where it is. Sometimes you know. But with the other method, I have my voice totally under control. Totally charged. I'm in charge with my voice. I can anytime make it pianissimo. I can anytime make coloraturas. Yeah? Where is the coloratura? Where is non so più? No, non so più. Rosina. I'm not a Rosina. Acht. I'm not a Rosina, but I can sing coloraturas even with my heavier voice because I have the vocal cords under my control and not vice versa. Not the vocal cords have me under control. I have them under control. Yeah? So. Lo giurai, la vincerò. Lo giurai. Yeah? So, giurai. So I always try to keep that sound here, not flowy, 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 heady, heady, heady. I'm trying to still connect my chest voice resonation from the first note. Una voce poco fa, una voce poco fa. And now I'll do it without chest resonation. Una voce poco fa. Different. It's not stable. It's not, you don't have it under control. Okay? Let me just close the door. It's going to be higher now. When I go up the range to a C, to a high C, B for the Germans, yeah, I use the same thing. I stay here, here's my voice, and always stay here. Low, 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 because I need always low position for myself. I can never use this position. This is too high for me. I always use this. And I engage as much resonation, chest resonation as possible. Of course, if you sing throughout the range up, you will lose chest voice resonation. That's normal, because now it's more head voice than chest voice. But still, keep contact with your chest voice. Still, little bit, but still keep it. Have your voice still sitting here. I'm a mezzo, but I have no problems because I stay here and I engage chest voice resonation into my highest note. Now it's the high C, do, C. Okay. So I'm a mezzo, I don't even need a do. Yeah? The C. I don't need it, but I can anytime produce it. At any time, any hour, you wake me up in the night and I will sing the do for you. Why? Because I engage chest resonation throughout my whole range. And this gives me the low feeling, the low larynx, the stable sound, and the total control of my voice, the total control of my vocal cords. So here's my onset. I'm a mezzo. This is the proof. Summary. If you close your vocal cords, if you help it close more and don't just rely on Bernoulli effect, that the air itself will do it. For some people, this doesn't work. For some, it works. They're blessed from heaven. But if you don't have this perfect closed vocal cords, then you help it. You help it by letting more chest resonation mix up into your middle range and mix up with your head voice. That way, you will have more vocal cord closure because the thyroarytenoid muscle will kick in more. Not only for chest voice, also for mixing up into the head voice. Okay? You will have a heavier voice at the first phase. You will have that. Don't be afraid of that. That is because you close your vocal cords first and the subglottal air pressure is saying, oh, I cannot get through them. Good that you cannot get through them because you can only get through them little by little and not. And then what will happen if too much air goes through your vocal cords? Even if it's not seen with the camera from the ENT cannot see that. These are so small changes that only can be felt, not be seen. Only can be felt and heard. So, if you keep your vocal cords together, the balloon, which is filled with air, can push your ribs outwards. That will make a big body for you, an open rib cage that we as singers are all looking for. And the diaphragm, the diaphragm, will stay down. So our air tank is blown up and ready for the whole phrase until the last note, and is not collapsing with the first or second note. If you allow too much air pass by your vocal cords, your body will collapse and you will have no room and your larynx will raise. But if you close your vocal cords, even you have a balloon under there filled with air, your larynx stays down because you don't let the air push your larynx up. I know that many of you, especially vocal teachers, will disagree with me with this. I know this very well, and it took me years to do this video. But I want to be honest to my colleagues, to my audience, to me, to myself, and everybody who knows me. Some of you know that I'm following this line. I'm kind of speaking out something that is not established, that is not actually accepted in the schools. It's not being taught so much. But I take the risk, and I want to talk about this because it helped me a lot. And maybe it helped one of you. And I would be very happy if it helped you. If you have questions, please contact me. Ask me. I will not charge anything for questions, by the way. People are asking me if I charge something for suggestions and questions. No, I'm only charging for lesson, which I have to. But if you have questions, I'm anytime ready to answer them. And I will do a live session, live video, sometime, where if somebody has questions or if somebody wants to say his opinion, then he or she will have the opportunity to do that in the live. For now, this is my secret method. I hope you liked it. Don't be too hard on me if you didn't like it. Okay? There are so many ways to roam, we say. Okay? So if it helped one of you, then I'm already happy. Have a wonderful day and stay tuned for new videos. Thank you. Bye.